kind of doing it, slowing them down. I already know I'm at the 45, so I already know this is probably going to be a little bit over an hour today, but trying, y'all. All right. Spotlight. Today's spotlight is on comedian Lunell. So born Lunell Campbell, March 12th, 1959, and that's all Wiki really says about her. You just have to go through threads, interview threads to find out, how she got her big break in Hollywood and how she started in stand-up. But I'm choosing to spotlight her today because of her being just, a genuine, authentic person in a transparent industry. Every time she goes on any talk show, she brings this intelligence and just, articulately just brings her experience, her age, and wisdom to whatever interview, whatever topic she's speaking about, in a non-judgmental way. So a whole lot of these talk shows be trying to do the bait thing on her, and that's one person you're not going to bait. So you'll never probably see a Lunell where she's backpedaling about something she said because you can't trip her up in the interview. So yeah. Another thing I respected, she always represents us well when we're having social woes. So in the summer of the Discord, during the height of I believe it was George Floyd, where it was her and Shaka Khan. They had did a photo, and they was in army fatigues and the black leather gloves, and they had that fist. They was pumping that fist, that black fist. And so as the old saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and that picture has so much depth and so many levels. It was just, a moment in time that, will be forever etched in time. So that was very revolutionary. That was very radical. And I really respect that she doesn't, back down, and she stands on and stands beside whatever she says. But I'm gonna punch that up to make sure. So I got it right. I try to fact check myself because I might be talking about the right picture, but the wrong instance where the picture was used. I'll try to get it. Well, I got the image. I'm trying to find out what year it was taken. It was taken October 16, 20. Oh, wait. Let me see. I'm still not finding it. I don't know what year it was taken, but it was a powerful image, and it was definitely noteworthy. And I'm trying to find the context behind the picture, but I always believe it was about in protest for George Floyd. But yeah, hope I'm not wrong. Cause like usually like when no sooner than I come on, oh dang, I found something that I wasn't trying to find, but or it pops up. Whatever I was trying to find pops up like moments after I end the broadcast. But hey, I'm still kind of green. But yeah, it was definitely a magic moment. Like I said, I appreciate uh, Mrs. Lunell for being, who she is, being, stand up, being honest, you know, being confident and comfortable in her own skin. She also do a Playboy spread, and that takes a lot of confidence at her age. And then like my whole thing is it's all about context. It's all about context, so I don't mind like stuff like that when I be speaking, because sometimes I know you might listen to my podcast and you think I'm like a stick in the mud, like, or I got something stuck up my backside. But no, I'm just saying like we don't want to be bombarded with the imagery. We don't want to be bombarded with the audio. So it's not like I think I'm so holier than thou, because like I'm a man, a single man. I like some smut every once in a while. I ain't perfect, like, but like, you know what I'm saying? It just shouldn't be pushed in your face. So like, you're grown. You look at what you want to look at online, but we also got children too. So like, it's just the context behind it, because like some of it's beautiful if it's like a theatrical art piece, and then it's like, some of it just like a female that wants to just show her goodies and want attention, which is also cool as long as you're inboxing somebody, then it ain't nobody's business. If you're inboxing it, if you send whoever you're trying to get to check you out in their inbox, that's y'all's business. Or if if just say you are like an Instagram model and that's what you do, is like you can't see it all until you go click on the link. You know what I'm saying? Like you put the link and then you gotta click on it, because then it's like you know what you're getting into. But it just shouldn't be out there just, on random scrolls, and you know what I'm saying? I hope you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to like, just as long as it ain't all up in your face all the time, the twerking ain't all up in your face all the time. Because, that's a misrepresentation of our women. So clap it up for Mrs. Lunell. Appreciate you, sister. Thank you for all the entertainment and comedy that you've given us, and appreciate all the film projects and television shows, your whole catalog. I hope you continue to keep on advancing and getting more dynamic roles, and maybe start your own production company and start producing some content. All right, so speaking points. I don't really have a speaking point per se. I guess I do want to talk about it. I hate to keep on like beating the dead horse, but we gotta address it because it's all in the new media. The story still has not died down yet, but I'm gonna address it because like when I did my live, I had to do a live and then I had to turn around and do a recording of my live because I must have been telling the truth because I don't never have technological difficulties all since I've been using it, but somehow that day when I went live and was talking about the incident, like it just went crazy, like all kinds of distortion and just, my levels wouldn't adjust and all kinds of stuff. So, when the powers that be start messing with you, when you get them type of technological, bugs and whatever. But anyway, the slap. Now, was Chris Rock wrong for saying what he said? Was Will Smith wrong for doing it? So, in my opinion, and you always got to say in your opinion to avoid like misrepresenting something or saying something that ain't true, get caught in a lie or whatever. That's a perfect way to alleviate responsibility by saying, in my opinion, not trying to dismiss it as fact. So, in my opinion, it mostly was on Will Smith because Chris Rock is a comedian, and comedians ain't nobody safe. Could he have picked anybody else in the audience? Yes. Like he could have, he had all kinds of ammunition. Did he have to pick Jada? He didn't have to pick Jada out of all them people. Will Smith definitely did not have to smack him. He could have just stayed in his seat and yelled what he yelled when he said the joke, and then they could have had an exchange. Like he didn't even have to get up there and do it. He could have stayed in his seat and yelled what he yelled after the smack, and let that be the reason. But my point is, we don't have to sensationalize stuff like that, because the media does a good job of sensationalizing nonsense on their own without us helping them. So like everybody got on Twitter, we had all these big, discussions and pointless debates. Everybody wanted to be Dr. Phil all of a sudden and Dr. Oz. Everybody's a psychiatrist all of a sudden. When a random moment happens, it's a random moment. He's a human being. It was a human reaction. So anybody could have did it. Anybody could have did it. Because that was a night of inclusion. Like everybody, every race, color, creed, religion was represented. Because the Oscars, I think it was 2014, 2015, it was so white and people was protesting it. Kevin Hart stepped down in 2019 because a certain community came for him and said he was being certain phobia or being a certain intolerant of the certain community because he told a certain joke years and years ago. And it's been a part of his shtick in his comedy. And he said he's not going to keep apologizing and just didn't host the Oscars. And then they didn't have a host after Kevin Hart stepped down. So then fast forward to this year, or I think Rock hosted in 21, and they didn't have a guest in 20. Because, well, for one thing, we was in lockdown anyway. I think that's how it went. I could be wrong, but I don't be checking for the Oscars anyway. And not too many other black people be checking for the Oscars. Like, we don't care. We don't care for real, and Will Smith definitely don't care for real. Talking about banning him for 10 years, he don't care. So basically where I was going with this is like we over sensationalize things that don't need to be sensationalized. Because none of us are perfect. And that was just an in the moment thing.